YouTube. We're going to your BBL doctor. It goes horribly wrong. We're gonna see what happened.
You don't want treating you or
Video. This is the original video right here. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to bro. It's getting hot now. Give me like 2 seconds. I had to unequip the shirt. It's getting hot.
when you know. Let's dive right into their stories. Number 5, all tired out. O'Neill Ron Morris, also
O'Neill look like she built nice.
known as the Duchess, was a transgender con artist.
No comment.
Self-proclaimed doctor who injected various industrial substances into people's behinds in order to give them a bigger caboose. Morris used a cocktail of various substances, including...
Could you admit? See, with this plastic surgery thing, my thing is, bro, people who get plastic surgery be like, oh, either they be like, okay. My thing is, people, I don't got a problem with it, but just don't lie. Don't lie. You say you did it for yourself. You really you're doing stuff you can never change from your body for yourself. Like, people will sit up there and like, oh yeah, this is for me, you know what I'm saying? It was bothering me. Be for real, gang. You're trying to attract somebody, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay, just be for real. Keep it a bean. Keep it a whole stack. You know what I'm saying? And if that's you, that's you. Just don't lie.
super glue and fixed...
Bro, going through life-changing, like, bro, putting, like, miscellaneous substances in your body. Some people get it illegally. Like this. Like, get it from a person like this. You know what I'm saying? Get butt shots and get it illegally and just put, like, lead in your body. Like, bro, like, what? This is your body. You know, you only get one of these. And people just going willy-nilly about it.
flat tire inflator, giving new meaning to the term having a flat butt. Morris had already been caught once before for practicing medicine without a license. However, she continued to operate illegally, often using fake names.
Did no one like it? Bro, what? Okay, she used fake names to like hide, but this is crazy. Like, bro, she got arrested once and she kept on doing it. Like, Game was a repeat offender. Well, she was upset. I mean, it's probably great money on plastic surgery. And then she's like, oh, one of those hotel room people. You know how many women risk their life for a BBL? Like, come on, bro. Because this is a trend that's probably not even going to be around for long enough. Me, I love a big butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always going to love a big butt. But, you know, like, come on. Some niggas don't like asses just for the fucking meme.
Advertisements to lure customers. Morris's biggest scam was injecting industrial-grade silicone into people's behinds as part of an enhancement procedure.
Jeez.
Even performed under a doctor's care, medical-grade silicone is a dangerous substance that can lead to serious health consequences.
Even medical grade silicone is bad for you. Like, come on, gang. Like, and this lady's making a hoodoo voodoo concoction to put in a random woman's body. I pray those women are happy with their bodies now. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't reverse nothing. I mean, they can, but it's gonna cost them a lot.
Isn't FDA recommended for beauty fillers. This is also a rare instance where contracting authorities overlaps with the FDA, and they also recommend against using industrial-grade silicone as beauty fillers. Finally, they both agree on something. Morris was injecting her victims with silicone she purchased at her local Home Depot.
That's crazy. This stuff's supposed to last outside, weathering like rain, snow, sleet, hail, wind. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be some sturdy stuff, and that's inside your body. What you think is like chemicals in that? Like, that's all I'm saying.
They probably had better prices than Lowe's. Dubbed the Toxic Tush Doctor, she was convicted of manslaughter after one of
her L nickname
clients passed from complications stemming from the injections they received. During her trial, it was revealed that Morris had placed ads on sites like Craigslist and Backpage offering, quote, buttocks enhancement services. Her victims would often pay upwards of $2,000 for the procedure.
That was probably good money though. I'm sitting up here, I'm shaming her, but I'm like, bro, the bread must have all. You know how many young women that she like they're like manipulated by this social media culture, thinking that they have to like be something that they're not. Oh my god, crazy. This is Wacky Slush. She probably was making like a dang, like I'm gonna say 10 bands of surgery, bro. Probably like for every 3 surgeries, probably like 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? And she like a private contractor, so she can just divvy it up on how she feel.
Many victims came forward with stories of how Morris had injected them with the industrial-grade silicone, often without anesthesia.
You awake getting butt shots? That's crazy.
Victim spoke of how she was left with lumps and bumps all over her behind.
Bro, why would you? Okay.
And another said she was in so much pain that she couldn't sit down for weeks. In total, Morris is believed to have injected more than 50 people with industrial silicone.
Dang.
Morris began her career sometime around 2006 when she injected a woman's butt with a combination of cement, fix-a-flat tire sealant, and superglue. The woman soon developed necrosis, which is basically that part of the body decaying or dying. She had to have surgery to remove the injection. Another of Morris's...
Oh my gosh! She was like the sad fish. The ugly fish? Oh my god. She do look like him. Don't she? Bro, why would you even do that? Bro, just get old. Age gracefully. It's okay to get old. Everybody want to be young forever, bro. You're not. You just gotta... Bro, she look crazy. She look like the Grinch, too. I ain't gonna lie. Yo. You're a mean one. She does. It's giving the Grinch, too. Merry Christmas Day, everybody. It's Christmas Day.
Stated that she had received injections from Morris on 3 separate occasions. The first time was in 2007, and it was a mixture of silicone and an unknown substance. The second time was in 2008, and it again was silicone and an unknown substance. The third time was in 2009, and it was a combination of crazy glue, super glue, liquid nails adhesive remover, and cement mix. Unfortunately, this victim also developed necrosis and had to have surgery to correct the damage done by Morris's treatments. In the end, Morris was sentenced to 10 years in prison, though she will only serve 4 years due to a plea deal. However, many believe that she deserved much harsher punishment considering the seriousness of her offenses. Her victims were left scarred, both physically and emotionally, but at least they can rest assured.
And it's also the victim fault for falling for, like, the victim's got to be held responsible, too, because you literally, like, fell, like, I wouldn't even trust that. Like, bro, I'm not gonna call them idiots, but dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really just sat there and let this random woman inject something in your bod, like.
That the toxic tush doctor is now behind bars where she belongs. Number 4, OBGY no. Dr. Javid Purwaitz was a well-respected OBGYN in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia.
I heard the OBGYN.
Nearly 4 decades. But it turns out that all that time, he was preying on his patients just to make a quick buck. Dr. Purwaitz scammed Medicaid by billing for procedures he never performed. But the true horror came when Javid actually did enter the operating room. Over the course of a decade, Dr. Purwaitz performed irreversible hysterectomies, sterilizations, and other surgeries on his patients, in many cases using broken equipment, giving at least 173 women life-altering surgeries. According to prosecutors, Dr. Purwaitz would...
So he would just cut their tubes what is wrong with this man? Why would he do that? Like, why would he why would he do that? Like, bro, that is like diabolical. Like, so what? That's crazy. What? So he would just make these women sterile.
Convince women that they needed certain operations by telling them exaggerated or outright false information about their health. In some cases, he would tell patients that they had cancer or were at risk of developing cancer if they didn't have a hysterectomy or some other surgery immediately. In many instances, the surgeries occurred within days of the false diagnosis. Sadly, these surgeries were completely unnecessary, put the women's health at risk, and changed their lives in a way that cannot be
Yo, could you imagine being a woman and like figuring out you can't have any children because some crazy old man just gets a kick off like sterilizing you for some reason? I don't know.
The equipment Dr. Proways used was often damaged or wasn't sterilized, and he regularly reused single-use gloves. As a result, many...
And if, God forbid, if someone had herpes and he was like operating on them, he used the same gloves, bro. So that would have been a whole fucking life-changing thing too. Like, bro, this is crazy.
His patients suffered complications from the surgeries, some of which were life-threatening, leaving many with irreparable damage. 25 of Dr. Proways' patients avoid potential cancer, only to learn that the surgery was unnecessary and that she will never be able to have children of her own.
Oh my God, that poor woman. Oh my God, bro. That poor woman. Oh my God. I know when she heard the news that hurt her heart. That poor fucking woman. See, I don't trust none of these people. I was about to cuss because this is going to be a YouTube video. I don't trust nada, bro. That poor woman. Oh my goodness.
said she also thought Proways was acting in her best interest when he told her that she needed a hysterectomy as well. She has since experienced a myriad of complications due to Dr. Death's handiwork and now has to take medication to control the symptoms for the rest of her life. Many of the women who testified against Dr. Proways said they kept him as their doctor even after their procedures because they trusted him. It wasn't until they started hearing news reports about his criminal activity that they realized how badly they had been harmed. In November 2020, following an expert opinion which deemed a staggering 52 surgical procedures performed were unnecessary, a federal jury convicted Dr. Proways of 52 counts of healthcare fraud and false statements. In total, Dr. Proways was responsible for over 20 million.
I hope he never gets out. I hope he gets hurt in jail. I'm not gonna say, bro. He needs to 50 women some may be able to have children, but bro, the majority can't, bro, and that's devastating. That is so devastating.
$1 worth of false and fraudulent billings for both himself and the hospitals where he performed the surgeries. What did he trade his victims' ability to ever have children for? Lavish gifts for himself and others, including luxury cars like Bentleys and Ferraris. In April of 2021, Proways was sentenced to 59 years in prison, which meant that at 71 years old, he will likely spend the rest of his life incarcerated. While that may provide a small amount of satisfaction to his victims, no amount of prison time can undo the damage that Proways has caused.
Bro. Hey, Adam. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Those women will never be able to have children.
No. You don't hear that name very often. I do.
Those women will never be able to have children. That's crazy.
Number 3, Dr. Staged. Dr. Sadie Ribeiro was a pain management doctor and surgeon. He's facing up to 10 years in prison for his role in an insurance fraud scheme that bilked millions of dollars from poor and vulnerable patients. Ribeiro pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit mail fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud in connection with the scheme. Ribeiro enticed more than 400 homeless and drug-addicted patients to submit to surgeries they didn't need so that he and his partner could take payouts from the insurance companies. Ribeiro is the second person to plead guilty in the case. Adrian Alexander spearheaded an extensive insurance fraud scheme through which participants staged trip and fall accidents and subsequently filed fraudulent lawsuits that enriched both men to the tune of $31 million. The patients, many of them homeless or addicted to drugs, were enticed with small sums of money to participate in the scheme and then underwent unnecessary back surgeries and other medical procedures so that Ribeiro and his partners could collect insurance payouts. Patients were also instructed to receive ongoing medical care and chiropractic treatment from specific medical professionals, usually Ribeiro.
Yo, so it was like a whole scheme. They was really like, bro, dang, they had, wow. See, dudes become doctors and think they can play God.
Under the guise that it was required for their lawsuit cases. In some cases, the defendants even created fake x-rays purporting to show disc herniation stems to justify lumbar spinal fusions on otherwise healthy people as young as 20 years old. This greedy criminal offense not only took advantage of people who could ill...
And he's only facing up to 10 years. Like, bro, only 10 years, bro. That, they need to throw the book at, bro.
Afford it, but put their lives at real risk. Victims often had little choice other than to comply so long as they continued to receive benefits like food, clothing, and other assistance.
Like, bro, and he was preying on the weak, like the homeless, you know what I'm saying, young people like crazy.
Until 2018, more than 400 people participated in the scheme, many of them recruited while receiving assistance at homeless shelters around New York City.
Nearly 400 people's getting money from this?
They were drug addicts or homeless with mental issues. Alexander typically funded each personal injury lawsuit by loaning participants $30,000 to cover living expenses.
30,000. Dang. 30,000 is a lot. Oh my, I'm just envisioning. My mama car don't even cost 30,000. Like, bro, what?
Court fees, costs related to surgical bills, and other associated costs. Invariably, those loans carried extraordinarily high annual percentage rates, often 100% and upward. As a result, almost all of any settlement or damages awarded went towards satisfying the loan, leaving participants with little or no funds. Ribeiro admitted that he performed close to 200 surgeries on patients who were part of the scheme and also paid kickbacks for patient referrals. In addition to facing up to 10 years in prison, Ribeiro has agreed to forfeit more than $500,000 to the U.S. government and make a restitution payment of nearly $4 million.
Is he out? I mean, he got to pay $4 million back, but like, is he out? See, when you got money, you get benefits like that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got the money, you just assed out, gang.
Ribeiro is scheduled to be sentenced on January 5th, 2023, and Alexander on November 30 of this year. Number 2, masquerading. Sarah Kane was banned from every hospital in the...
She's not... Yo, I think I heard about her. She's not a real nurse. Nurse? All right, be for real. All right, bro. All right. Be for real. She's not a real nurse.
After being caught posing as a doctor twice.
Oh, okay, doctor.
Jail time by admit...
Her little anime thing looked bad, I ain't gonna lie.
To the charges of impersonating a doctor and theft of medical equipment. Kane had been masquerading as a doctor for some time, even going so far as to post pictures of herself in...
These are like so little cute. Like, she's so...
on Facebook,
Go ahead,
captions like, work can be a time for pulling faces.
Why cap on the net like this, bro? Like,
Neighbors interviewed after her guilty plea said that they had no idea she wasn't actually a doctor. One close friend described her as a Walter Mitty type, someone who is prone to wild flights of fancy because she was unsatisfied with her life. Posing as a doctor, Kane was seen by 2 nurses who recognized her from when she had been treated there before. She claimed to be training as part of her doctorate, but it quickly became clear that she didn't really know what she was doing. CCTV footage showed her wandering around the hospital for hours before being confronted by staff.
Like, bro, but like, what's the point? Like, bro, why? Like, bro, I never get people like that. Why would you, like, you just sitting there doing nothing, walking around, waltzing around, like, like, bro, come on, like, oh my goodness. Like, I get, like, trying to pretend to be something else, like, to get something out of it. She's just doing it to do it. She ain't getting no bread. She ain't getting no nothing for it.
Arrested by police.
At least the other people was making money. Not say they were doing the right thing, but she was just doing it to live.
Officers searched her house. They found a trove of medical equipment that she had stolen from the hospital, including surgical scrubs, bandages, syringes, and saline solution. Although she avoided jail time, Kane was fined £440. Thankfully, she never interacted with any patients, just walked around the hospitals aimlessly. No harm, no foul? With all these shady medical professionals running around, the only ones we trust are Dr. Dre and Nurse Slim. Number 1, off-brand. Sine Marie Brand was a bogus cardiologist who
Off-brand? Okay.
operating in South Africa. She was arrested after it was discovered that she didn't have the proper medical qualifications to be practicing medicine. Brand was accused of advertising for house calls using the information of a registered physician.
Well, how is she number 1? How is she worse? Like, I don't see how she's worse than the dude who was sterilizing women and the dude that did the whole scheme on homeless people and manipulating people so he made money. How is she worse than all of them? She must have been. This better be diabolical.
Marie Brand was a bogus cardiologist who was operating in South Africa. She was arrested after it was discovered that she didn't have the proper medical qualifications to be practicing medicine. Brand was accused of advertising for house calls using the information of a registered physician and also issuing fake prescriptions to people seeking medical attention. Brand could have easily put people's lives in danger had they taken the fake prescriptions or listened to her phony medical advice. Luckily, she was arrested before anyone was harmed. Police were first tipped off by a patient who grew suspicious after receiving a prescription from Brand. Brand initially denied any wrongdoing, but soon began to change her story as inconsistencies were discovered, such as claiming an actual residence rather than crashing on a former cellmate's couch. Brand also failed to appear in court for one of the bail hearings, and a warrant for her arrest was issued. On what was expected to be her last bail application, Brand suddenly announced her intention to plead guilty to all the charges against her. Seeing as she pleaded guilty, the judge found Brand guilty on 10 counts of violating medical practice laws and 1 count of fraud. Brand was sentenced to 2 years in prison, and her case has been widely publicized in order to warn the public about fake physicians. Click to watch one of these next video.
Bro, that's not as worse as what's it called, the two dudes, the 2 people in the meeting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Good video. Stay black, stay attacked, and we getting back.